Hi, Dad. How are you today?
Hey, Jardana, another Sunday, another wonderful, wonderful Hallmark movie. And we had the pleasure of enjoying the Kansas City Chiefs victory and watching the story about the Kansas City Chiefs last night.
Yes, this one was called A Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs Love Story.
And it really was a love story. And it was all about the Chiefs, and everybody wore their Chiefs outfit. And it was just wonderful. Did you enjoy it?
I really did. This one I thought was phenomenal. It was another one which featured Donna Kelsey. So we got to see her 2 weeks in a row, which I thought was so fun.
And everybody knows Donna Kelsey by now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this one, though, unlike last week, we saw her in the Eagles jersey with Jason Kelsey's number. This one sported Travis Kelsey's number on it.
Right. And one thing we noticed, Donna Kelsey is a very wonderful actress, and she always smiles.
Yeah.
The lady never has a frown, and that's a very good sign.
So this one I thought was fun. It was not about a quarterback and his celebrity singer slash girlfriend.
Yeah.
This was about, which I thought was so cute. It was about a Chiefs super fan contest, and then the director of the fan, they were picking out who was the super fans, but it was by mistake that he happened to find the family before he was scouting them out.
That's what made it so exciting. Yeah. It was a true love story, and he had no idea, since he was new to Kansas City in the play, that these people and his lady friend were going to be the fans that were going to be chosen. And that's what he did for a living. He worked for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I thought it was a wonderful play. The writer did a great job, and the actor and actress were wonderful.
The whole cast was, I thought, fun. It really focused a lot on her family. So we were talking about the main character, Alana, who was played by Hunter King.
Right.
And so her family, which consisted of her parents and then their parents, because this was generational of being Chief fans, and their story of this magic hat.
And Hunter King, who she took on the name Hunter, her original name was Haley, but we knew her as Haley, and now we know her as Hunter. She has a wonderful resume.
Yeah.
Yes. She played in wonderful films, and she was an Emmy Award winner.
Oh, for when she was on a soap opera, I think, right?
Yes.
Long time ago.
Young and the Restless.
Oh, fun.
And she was on for 8 years. So she's been a child actress, and her resume is wonderful. And the star of the masculine part,
who played
Derek, was Tyler Hines, and he's been around since he was 8 years old, and he was Tommy in Tommy and the Who when he was 10 years old.
Which is a phenomenal Broadway production. I love that. The music in there.
He was wonderful. And Hallmark is giving you this wonderful cast and this wonderful story, and it was very tearful. It brought wonderful tears of happiness. And I think that's what people are looking for these days.
Well, in these two characters, along with a lot of the supporting guests, are not new to Hallmark. We see them. We saw Taylor Hines last week on Hallmark, and he's in I think Finding Mr. Christmas, and he's playing a big supportive role in that series they're having on Hallmark right now. But I loved the theme of this. But like you said, the tears, just the memorabilia they were bringing out, and in it were with the grandparents. He gifted them part of the old arena,
The stadium,
seats, which
everybody needs stadium seats in their house.
But it had such impact to the grandparents.
It was so sentimental, and that's what you enjoyed about it. But I tell you what was interesting: this whole movie was filmed in Kansas City, and the family that was discovered to be the fans of the year lived in Independence, Missouri. And do you know what Independence is famous for?
I do not.
That's where Harry Truman grew up, the president of the United States after Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And his Truman Library is in Independence. And remember, Harry Truman never owned a home. He lived in his mother-in-law's home with his mother-in-law. And it was filmed in Kansas City, in Independence, which is a suburb of Kansas City. And it was filmed in Arrowhead Stadium, which is the home of the Kansas City Chiefs.
And they talked about barbecue, which is what Kansas City, everybody knows about barbecue.
Kansas City is world famous for their barbecue. And the place to go is Arthur Bryant's Barbecue. And you can buy his sauce, his world famous barbecue sauce, all over the United States, and it is delicious.
And I love that they had Nick and Nora's in this after the grandparents, and they said, you must go to this Nick and Nora's. And it was so cute that they kind of, Derek, went to Independence just for the barbecue the day before he was supposed to meet the super fans.
That's how he met Alana, the lovely love interest in this story.
And it was so fun that he was just going as like a tourist to try the barbecue of Kansas City. And he happened to meet this family in this small town, and everybody was so fun, and they were doing this lighting, and it was just so fun.
The other thing that's very interesting is that the Hallmark Corporation is based in Kansas City. And there's a plaza that everybody goes to over Christmas that's all lit up. And that is where the Hallmark company has their department store. And it is a place to be seen over Christmas.
And I think they were talking about this in this movie, that the places to go as a tour guide. And I think Hallmark this year for the first time is doing their Hallmark experience, where you can be in like a Hallmark movie. I think they were doing that this year.
Well, and the storyline itself was a very heartwarming story. It entailed family and family values. Superstition, wearing the same stockings for all the games, to wear the same hat.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah. That was fun. And they brought so many celebrities out, like old athletes and coaches, and Jenna Bush was in it, which I thought was fun.
And the coach was there.
Andy Reid, right?
Andy Reid was there. And some old quarterbacks that had led the Chiefs. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful production. And Hallmark really hit it out of the park, so to speak. They passed it out of the park.
They passed it out of the park. They also had a lot of Hallmark famous actors in other movies make cameos in this one, and then they kind of in commercial breaks said, "Hey, how did you like being in this?" Like there was Wes Brooks was in it. He was one of the actual, like he did the bartender in one of the scenes.
Yes.
And a couple other ones you'll spot. So if you haven't watched this, definitely this is not one to be missed, I don't think.
It was.
They've been featuring this one forever, though.
It was so much fun. And again, we got to visit with Donna Kelsey, and she has just become a highlight to watch on television, and such a pleasant, happy lady. We're waiting to see Ed, her husband. He's a little reticent, I guess, to be filmed, but of course, if you have such a star as your wife, Donna, and her two boys, It's just a wonderful cast. It was a wonderful evening, and we certainly enjoyed it. What's on for next week?
So next Friday there is the Private Princess Christmas, where you have Princess Violet is sent to America for leadership training, and she falls for a Captain Ryan. So I'm not sure where she is a princess of, what country, but she will be heading to America. So we'll see if we're going to watch that one.
And what's the other one on Saturday night?
The Saturday night one is called Sugar Plumbed. And this is supposed to be, they're going to be kind of going into a sugar plum kind of fantasy. I'm not really sure, but we'll probably watch the Saturday night one. We've been focusing on those.
Yes. And I think that watching one Hallmark and focusing on it is probably more exciting. And we can give you a review about the show that we watched. And of course, if all the shows are starting to line up like this week's, Hallmark is really doing a wonderful job, and it's a pleasure to watch Hallmark.
Yeah.
And we certainly enjoy it. And I think the Hallmark Corporation and its actors and actresses and writers, don't forget the writers, have done a wonderful job of entertaining us with all the world's tragedies that are going on right now. It's at least 2 hours we can sort of relax and take our mind off of all the miseries of the world with wonderful Hallmark productions.
Absolutely. And tonight I think we're going to watch A Christmas Quest with Lacey Chabert. It looks really good.
Lacey's super too. She's one of their wonderful actresses. Always, Hallmark seems to have gotten its act together and is bringing all of us such wonderful, happy productions. And we really need all the happiness we can get.
Yeah, and hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, and all the turkey is gone. Tomorrow, maybe we're going to have salmon instead of turkey. But we wish everybody, on behalf of Jordana and myself, a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you all next week on another Hallmark review.
Have a good week, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care of yourself and your family.